Ho ho ho, Aquarius, how are you doing? Your energy is really funny to me at the moment, and I know that I think if I calculate correctly, which I probably haven't, I think that your reading goes up on Christmas Day, which is the day that these readings are going up, because these are my Christmas gifts to you. I want to tell you all how awesome you are, because I know that not everybody has a great Christmas. Sometimes people struggle, sometimes people can feel lonely, sometimes people can feel stressed, sometimes people are like, I'm just going to go and hide in the wardrobe and watch Cinderella Tarot for 10 minutes because I need to de-stress. So hopefully this is going to be a chill reading. I don't know, but it's my Christmas gift to you. Merry Christmas, Aquarius. I'm aware though that Aquarius's reading was funny this week, so just, you know, are you all mad at me? I don't know, I can't remember exactly what I said, but sometimes right, normally what happens is I do a reading, I forget everything I said, right? It's like, unless it comes up in another reading, I don't remember. It's like I'm channeling, stuff comes out my mouth, I'm done. But the Aquarius reading haunted me a little bit, and I'm sat here going, what did I say in that reading? I need to go back and watch it. So I don't know, we'll see. Are all the Aquarians mad at me? I just remember you had this thing about like this sexy woman energy, this Queen of Wands, Mary Magdalene energy, and then oh contract is showing, and then the underlying of the decks, as I'm kind of shuffling and getting ready to do your reading, the underlying is already making me laugh, because you had the Lovers card on the underlying of this deck, and then a card on the underlying, which I'm not going to say what it was because I don't want to call anyone out, but there was a card on the underlying of the Animal Oracle deck that was funny to me. So I'm going to leave it there. We're going to see what comes out for you. So I'm going to be asking, what is your gift? Why are you a gift to the world? I want to sing your praises. So what is your unique, innate gift that you bring to the world, to your friends, to your family, your interactions? You know, what's great about Aquarius? And then I'm going to ask, what gift does the universe have coming your way in 2022? So it's kind of like, why are you great? And then why is the universe rewarding you for being great? Right? I hope it's a good reading. A couple of readings, most of them have been very, very positive. A couple of them had some sticky bits in there. So we shall see. Aquarius. Sexy, sexy Aquarius. I don't know, there's something going on with your energy right now. Your gift. Sexual healing. Sexual healing is something that's good for me. Really interesting, this you kind of got Jesus and what's his name from Lord of the Rings, I can't think, like this wizard energy anyway, coming through, but they have this same pose that's happening here. The Magician in the Mirror and the Healer of the Ages and Storm Warning. Getting this kind of energy, if I put it like this, it's funny, somebody else had this kind of like Prospero energy. I'm getting this energy of creating the storm and then being like, here you go, I'm going to give you the safe place. It's like creating the problem and offering a solution energy, which is strategic. You know, you are the King of Swords. I'm getting that for some of you. The Magician in the Mirror is kind of like temperance energy for me. This alchemy, this transmogrification process of taking two things and creating something new with it. Gemini had a really interesting reading with that. Storm Warning is like, hey, storm incoming. You know, put the shutters up. And then Healer of the Ages is healing from the heart, right? Bringing love into a situation. So I want to say that you kind of have like the divine feminine, the divine masculine here. It's kind of this yin yang energy of emotions and wants. So emotions, love, the heart space. Wands is kind of like the lower chakras, the passion, the drive, the ambition. What's he got in his hands? It's coming through like a similar way to Gemini's reading. It's like taking two different energies, combining them into something new. A few readings have like, do you want this or do you want that? It's like I'm hearing, do you want love, do you want money? But what I was going to say is like, do you want love, do you want emotions, or do you want sex and fire? It's like this weird idea that you can't have both. It's like, I don't know, your relationships are either based on emotion and love, or they're based on sex. Like, if you love someone, you can't have sex with them. It's like, that doesn't make any sense, right? That definitely doesn't make any sense. And I don't think that's the situation for most of you. It's some weird kind of concept. I'm just thinking back to that reading that I had for you before with that Mary Magdalene energy, right? But it's like combining, why can't I have both? Now I'm thinking of that meme, right? There's a meme where there's a little girl, it's like an old El Paso advert, and they're like, do you want this or do you want that? And she goes, why can't we have both? And everybody goes, yay! So a few of the signs have had this crossroads energy where it's like almost being forced to make a decision. Do you want this or do you want that? And then it's like this stubborn little child energy. It's like a toddler sat there crossing their arms and saying, I'm not going to choose any of those because that's not what I want. And then it's this energy of like people trying to force you to pick one. It's come through for quite a few signs, and being like, well, why are you trying to force me to pick? I'm quite happy here on the fence with my arms crossed. Like, why do I have to choose one? Like, not choosing is a choice. But then it's this weird thing where it's like almost like you wait it out to a point where it becomes amalgamated in some sort of way. It's like playing both sides, which causes the drama. I got this thing a while back that was like, so if you look at, I think it's a branch of, I'm not brilliant at these things, I'm sorry, you'll have to go and look it up if you're interested, but I was kind of like looking things up the other day, and there's a branch of like Hindu, not mythology, because I think mythology, even though the word mythos from Greek means story, it doesn't mean true or untrue. I think mythology has a feeling of like people associate it with something that's not true, where this is an active, like, living religion. So mythology isn't the right word. Hindu religion, Hindu storytelling, Hindu traditional storytelling, right? There's a branch of it, I think it's called Shaktism, where it's like the divine feminine and the divine masculine represent in certain ways. And I've been getting this energy for like the divine feminine, where it's like it's pure unconditional love, right? But it's like the embodiment of that. So kind of like Venus Aphrodite energy. But then it's like the masculine energy is coming through with almost like this plutonic energy of kind of like destruction and, like kind of like King of Wands, King of Swords, when, they want something, they're going to go in quite quite ruthlessly. So, but then the combination of the two creates something new. And I've had this for a while. It kind of came through, I don't know if you've been watching my Tell Me Anything readings, with this kind of this black dragon energy, and then this kind of like lotus flower energy, and it turned into this big storm, and then the storm cleared, and it's like all that was left was unconditional love, but it was like new. That's the energy that I'm getting here, right? Two things, yin yang, masculine, feminine, light and shadow coming together, like in Gemini's reading, creating a huge amount of energy. It's like two things, almost like a hadron collider, right? Two energies that are basically polar opposites coming together, creating this kind of big impact energy. But it's almost like the force of these two energies coming together amalgamates them into something new. Maybe go and watch Gemini's reading, because they had a really similar thing. I'm just trying to think what your flip sign is. It's not going to be Gemini, is it? It's going to be... I can't think backwards. Is it Leo? Yeah, it's Leo. Your counterpart, your polar sign's Leo, so I don't know how that would play out. Right, so like Libra as well, not taking a polar view, but taking a nuanced view, finding the middle ground. It gives me the energy to kind of like, if you're old enough to remember this TV show Captain Planet, right? You know, they had those 5 rings. It was like earth, air, fire, water, and love, or the fifth element, right? If you think about the film The Fifth Element, having these different elements, but when you combine them all, with our powers combined, we get Captain Planet. You know, it's that kind of thing. It's like combining energies to create something new and something innovative. Really, really similar to Gemini's reading, because I was talking about, I think I was talking about David Bowie in their reading. And that's kind of like the energy of it. Shark and the otter. Ooh, I don't like how the shark's looking at that otter's back. It's like the otter's not paying attention and the shark's creeping up on it. Oyster shell energy. The oyster seems to be important as well. I had this visual image the other day of because I get these like psychic messages, and I think I was like just falling asleep, and it just felt like someone was putting like an oyster shell or a clam shell into my hand like this. It was like I could feel it. It was like I could see it, I could feel it, even though I wasn't even looking at my hand. I could see the visual of someone putting a clam, like a oyster shell or a clam shell in someone's hand, in my left hand. But it was open. It was like I could see the shiny inside of it, right? There's your card as well, the zebra. And pearls to me represent pearls of wisdom, information. I think Libra had this reading this week of a piece of grit, like how a piece of grit gets into the clamshell, or, you know, and then it turns into the pearl. And it's like something that's an irritant becoming a lesson. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel the feeling of it. What are you? What is it with this like light and shadow thing going on for you? Oh, look at that, like big ending, something really ending here. Something being, it's like something being removed by the universe, something being taken out of the equation, like with this Pluto energy all over the place. But then you have the transformation, then you have the rebirth, then the new is created. So it's like what was these two separate, like these two polarized views, these two polarized energies, no longer being needed or viable as they are. So, you know, the new thing has to be made, but it has to be made with a collision. It has to be like the Hadron Collider, right? Something has to end so that something new can begin. Like the death followed by the judgment card, that is literally like the judgment card depicts people coming up out of the graves. So there has to be an impact. There has to be a collision to get this, right? So how do you play into that? This is a really curious reading. These are meant to be quick readings. So, right, Aquarius. Your gift is the understanding that things need to end so that things can be birthed. You understand the cycles of life and death. You understand the seasons, you know, autumn turns to winter, winter turns to spring. And as time moves forward, as things end, new things come in to take their place. And those new things are meant to be, right? So it's almost like this is the grandfather, this is the son energy, you know, oh, God and Jesus. I don't know how you want to put this, but, you know, the flood, Noah's flood, right? Sometimes there's storms, sometimes bad things happen, sometimes there's endings, sometimes there's big changes, but it's a clearing out energy. It's like after the storm, the air's cleared, right? So sometimes you have to clear the air. And here it is, and it's healing. So your gift is some kind of understanding of that whole process. I don't know what else to say. I'm literally like, what? I don't know what else to say about that. You're a bit beyond me, Aquarius. I'm a lowly Libra. You're a bit further up the scale of the horoscope than me. A few more lives lived. Your gift that's coming towards you in 2022 is you're going to have some kind of victory. You're going to have some success. You're going to have probably some reward and recognition. But with that comes a lot of attention. So I feel like it's almost like it should be this way around, right? you're going to have some sort of victory. You're going to be living the life of luxury in some sort of way, or enjoying your success. But the more success you get, the more successful you are, the more eyes you have on you, the more jealousy you generate. Happy families as well. That's really lovely. What gift is coming Aquarius's way, please? What gift is coming Aquarius's way in 2020? So I want to say you don't need the firefly anymore. The firefly leads you out of the dark, but I want to say you're well out of the dark right by this point. At this point, you're like right in the sunshine, enjoying whatever good stuff is coming your way. And again, like the ending, the painful ending, is because it's almost like taking the shark out of the equation, or it's like with the ending, something's removed. And with the ending, the storm passes, the clouds clear, you have the brighter day. You have the new day, right? New dawn, new day, new life for me, judgment card. So you don't need the firefly, you don't need the guiding light anymore, because it's like you're out of the darkness into the light. You have success, you have victory. What else for Aquarius, please? That's your card. Which way round does it want to go? Which way round does it want to go, please? Yeah, in the upright there. And then 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Did you have the muse? Did you have the 3 of Pentacles in your reading this morning about the muse, right? And the statue of Aphrodite. And it's like, you can't be a muse and be happy too. This is like you no longer need the muse, I want to say, or like that situation that was in your current reading, right? That was like the energy that you were working with, where you were working together, getting inspiration, being a teacher. I can't remember how it came through. Like you were in the process of building something. So it's almost like you whatever you were working on, or whatever you are working on in the future, you have an element of success. But the problem is with that element of success, you know, it's like there's a cat amongst the pigeons or something. There's somebody who's jealous, right? It's like you should be working together, but somebody's envious of your successes, of your reward, of your recognition. And remember, this is a gift. This is coming to you for a reason. So you're learning to draw boundaries. You're learning to say what you are and you're not willing to tolerate. The King of Swords normally has the sword pointing down. It's so funny, Aquarius, you've been through everybody else's reading today. The King of Swords normally has the sword pointing down, because the Queen of Swords is communicating. The Queen of Swords is talking things through, strategizing, collaborating with other people. The King of Swords normally is a little bit more tight-lipped. They're normally a little bit more strategic, playing the cards close to the chest, telling people things on a need-to-know basis. This kind of Henry Tudor King of Swords, a little bit stubborn, but he does have that sword upright. So very Gemini King of Swords as well. This, I think King of Swords normally is Gemini, but for me it's Aquarius. So arms crossed, a little bit stubborn, a little bit pouty, but communicating what they want, drawing strong boundaries, being very clear, this is how it is, I'm putting my foot down. But I think you're going to have to be, because, I mean, he's a king, right? He's had some sort of victory. So I don't know, you're currently working on something with other people, you're going to be successful, other people are going to be jealous. It means you're going to have to clearly communicate what you want, say what you are, and you're not willing to tolerate. But I want to say it's good for you. It's a gift from the universe. Here, have some success, but cut out these energies that you don't really need, right? I don't know, Aquarius, make of that what you will. I hope you're having a lovely Christmas. I hope you're having a lot of fun. And I don't know what all this is that you're going through, but Maybe I'm not meant to understand it. I don't know. But it's your gifts. It's in some way it's positive. It's teaching you lessons, if nothing else. I'm sorry, that was really dark. I did try to get out of my own way, but I don't know. Do take care of yourselves. Love you lot. See you again soon. Bye bye.